Hey everyone, and welcome back to Risk of Rain. Like, everybody and his or her mother wants to see more artifacts. Which means, I'll just do another all artifact thing. We'll see how that goes. The only character I managed to find any chance of success with was Acrid for this. And I know I just played Acrid pretty recently, but since it's all artifacts and everyone wanted that, I'm gonna have to go for it. Jellyfish, that's perfect actually. That's like the thing to get. So, the problem with this is that it's awful. It's not it's not reasonable. One of my skills is randomly locked out every 30 seconds or is it a minute? I think it's 30 seconds. I hope it's 30 seconds. We have one enemy and this time it's Jellyfish, which is actually the perfect enemy. But we also have Spite, so that's gonna happen a lot. That sucks. And we have to wait for good luck. We pretty much die from one hit from Spite, by the way. For a little while. We pretty much have to wait for a bunch of items. We need to farm the first level. That's pretty much what you do in this. And those Spite balls, they will home in on me hard. This is the first episode from the new computer. I don't know how things are going to go, but let me know if anything's off. Because that's the thing. It's possibly a thing. But I think I put everything pretty much the same. Alright. Oh god, I'm so fast because Spirit. So at low health, you move faster. Those just blew up because they were like inside the floor. Inconveniently enough, of course. So Small Enigma reduces the cooldown of my use item from the Enigma thing. And that, of course, is a random use item when used. So that's not the item I'm hoping for. That's what would happen, or I get that instead of any use item drops. So that enemy did drop an item for me, but it dropped a use item, so I got a Small Enigma. I can get to the point where the Enigma is like a 2-second cooldown and it's insane. But that'll probably take a while. But if you haven't figured out why Acrid seems to be the best character for this, it's all in that... Thank you for blowing up. It's all in that... oh god. That epidemic. Epidemic is the man. Regular use item. Alright. Ow. Leave me alone, you monsters. Alright, after I kill this one, I should be able to grab that item, hopefully. So what do I want? What do I want first? Movement speed, for sure. Movement speed is the man. So now, this minute, with, oh, never mind. I thought that Epidemic was locked off. That's pretty much the worst case scenario possible. So, I like to avoid that. But that can easily kill the run alone. That's all it takes. But there have been people asking for, oh my god, all artifacts again. And for more artifact play. I don't necessarily agree. I don't think that artifacts are adding to the game in the way many people think they are. But, you know, I gotta do it sometimes. So if I get through this first try, that's gonna be absolutely absurd. Can you get him? Yeah, you can. So of course I need more items now. And one bad enemy on the next level could instantly just end the run. Which is also a nice touch. Okay, it is here. I just wanted to make sure of that. Okay. Ooh, it's a green. That, I grab Infusion, and then suddenly the run is alive. Don't do it. So of course I do so much damage and have so little health because of glass, which is 10% health but 500% damage. Small enigma. Oops, I've fallen and I can get up though. That's fine. Alright. Infusion is right there. Health up by 1 for every enemy kill I get. Alright, that's good. So now I can just farm for a while and all is well in the world. Why didn't you die? Why did that not hit you? So now I just need to keep farming. This is how you handle this, by the way. I also have Origin on, though. So I will get Imp Vanguard spawns every 10 minutes. Which, the way to unlock the Origin artifact is to beat the game with all 9 artifacts on other than it, since it's how you unlock it. So I'm basically just adding a little bit of extra challenge to this for fun, I guess. But actually that'll be nice because it's a guaranteed item drop, which normally I don't have at all. Alright, so of course this gets tougher and tougher as more and more enemies spawn and get in the way. Ooh, okay. So here, I think this time I'm going to grab a second infusion, but in the future I need to start grabbing some of those things. What are those things that I'm talking about? Clovers, so that enemies all have chances to drop items. Elite enemies, but all enemies will be elite, except enemies that don't have elite variants, like jellyfish, which is why they're the perfect first level enemy. Okay. So I'm going to grab another speed up. That's going to be important. By the way, the spite balls only gets more damaging as well. Gonna grab some attack speed for later. Gonna grab crit chance for now. Should also get some hermit scarfs, chance to dodge attacks, 10% base. I think I'll grab those next. Alright. Hermit Scarf. Soon I'll also need some crowbars, more damage to healthy monsters. The easiest way to win this without having to care, by the way, is to just grab a ton of barbed wire. And as the barbed wire gets larger, it gets more damaging, and you essentially won't have to play the game after some point. Which, with this challenge, is actually not a bad plan. That item. I'm going to try and max out my dodge chance. Sooner rather than later. Darn, I missed. Having a good chance to dodge is going to be very, very important. Alright, so this is scary now, because they're all close and stuff. And as you can see, I can very easily take a lot of damage very quickly. There are no chests on levels, of course, as a matter of, what is that artifact called? It's not honor. Honor is the one that makes them all elite. I don't remember. But there's a thing that makes it so that the only way to get items is that enemies drop them randomly, if you're a lucky guy. Alright. Gonna get max crit by the end of this, but also a lot of dodge. Still, there's a lot of stuff going on. Let's grab one of these, get some better health regeneration. How many? I have 4 scarves. I think it goes up to 7. So let's get that. a little more. Soon we'll want more speed up as well. Alright, let's do this. Sadly, they don't get poisoned from the sludge. They only keep taking damage if they keep on the sludge, which many enemies will want to avoid. They also get slowed, of course, on the sludge. But, hey. So as I've... Oh, that's not the attack that... As we've made it this far, we're probably in good shape for this level, no matter whether or not I get Epidemic locked up. But later in the game, I can still get completely destroyed by having Epidemic locked away from me. So, this is when we start seeing that enemies are also affected by Spirit, and this dude is absolutely absurd. And will also drop like 6 billion Spite Balls. He drops a green. What do I want from greens right now? I said I wanted clovers. There are a lot of important items that I need to pick up to have a good chance of success here. Last scarf I need, as far as I know, to get to 35% dodge. Alright. Alright, what do I need? More crit. So 10 minutes isn't actually that bad a farm. We're doing pretty well for where we are. But depending on the enemy we get... Oh, that's what's locked out. Next level, it might not matter at all. Getting jellyfish right away, though, is very good. Of course, the clovers won't help me on this particular level since they can't be elite. But after this, when everything is elite, unless we get jellyfish again, which would be fantastic, it'll start mattering. So the more of those I can get, the better, eventually. Alright, good movement. All about them jumps, man. Oh, what do I think I need? Probably more speed, ultimately. I'm also going to keep stacking crit for later, when I get a Wicked Ring from a red item. Probably not the best first red item, but later it will be a good one. But having all the crit in the world right now, not bad to do. So the real concern here now is enemies getting killed while out of bounds and not giving me loot that I can actually acquire. So, Epidemic is locked out for now, which is of moderate concern. But I have Spirit and, for whatever reason, other speed buff action right now. Alright, those dodges are super clutch. But look at these things chasing me. 10 more seconds and then we'll get a new lockout. I need to just run for now. Dudes is killing me. Let's use this. That gave us a shadow double that mimics all of our skills. Alright, there's an item down there. That just essentially doubles our damage output. It's getting more health regeneration because I've noticed that I was hurting there. And I could have been hurting less. I should get a monster tooth. That'd be the really smart thing to get. I guess that's my next white item. But nobody feels like dropping them yet. So I guess once I get that, I'll probably try moving on to the next level. By the way, for this challenge, I don't think it really matters which first level you get. Ooh, a green. That's beautiful. What did I say I was getting? I said I was getting a monster tooth, which is right here. That's 10 healing for every kill I get. Much in the same fashion as the, dang. In the same fashion as the freaking infusion. That's the one. Getting some items here. Oh, we should probably get more clovers. At some point I want double jumps. What do I want now? Crit. Get real strong. We're up to 7, which is actually near max, I think. Dropped a small enigma, another small enigma. Alright then. But small enigma just keeps on keeping on forever. I don't know when it, well, not forever, but to the point when you have a 2-second cooldown. Gonna go ahead and activate this now. So we'll have a very large burst of tons and tons of jellyfish, and it'll cool off, and then we'll be back to normal. This is our boss wave of jellyfish happening. And is, of course, terrifying. There's ultimately going to be a ton of cleanup to do as far as picking up items. But that's going to be the least of my concerns for now, as I have quite a lot of enemies that are going to want to kill me. Mostly through spite. So yeah, for all I know, there could be items all the way out there on the right, which means I should just avoid being over there. Killing them all in the ground is really nice because the explosions aren't going to touch me. So it seems we've passed the boss wave here. Small enigma, sure. Excellent job. Epidemic really just doing the work that needs doing. Now it's locked out though. So this is going to be very interesting. Already at insane difficulty, that's fun. Alright. As you can see, bunches and bunches of things happening for the good of my continued existence. I can have max crit by the end of this level with no problem. Alright. 5 seconds. Then we have a chance of having a different skill locked out. Yep, there we go. And that's that. Alright, so let's take a double jump. Get some more crit. Crowbars. That's what I need now. We did it though. And then just make sure there's nothing down here. Seems there's not. Well, let's go. See if all this work is just gonna die right away on the next level. It's possible. It's not unlikely. After this point, I don't really want to farm. I want to just go. We'll see. Imps. Imps are gonna be tough. So, good luck. Because, like, once you start dealing with enemies that actually get reasonable amounts of health, you do really notice that they get a lot faster with Spirit. The thing that makes it so you move faster if you have low health. So, we're going to now have like 1,000,000 imps that are after me and just could easily kill me. But they also can't be elite, which is nice. Enemies that can't be elite enemies are the best enemies to get, except that I already have a couple of clovers. Oh, they can. Never mind. Don't mind me. You just can't see that they're elite. Small enigma. So the skill that gets locked out matters. for sure, as right now it's epidemic. That's not as important as it could be, but it could still matter. I don't know what I got. Oh, I got Jar of Souls, that's good. But this lets me be a little more accurate right now. For the time being, I can just kind of accurate it up. What do I want? Just pause to really think about it. Keep it good. I don't really want to take barbed wire because that's the less fun way out that I've taken before. Let's keep my health regeneration good. Second monster tooth adds 5, by the way, so I'll be fine with the third vial now because it's just passive health regeneration. I don't have to be killing anything for it. Oh, these dudes do insane damage. Let's take another monster tooth. 2 seconds, new skill. Alright, I kind of don't like that being the skill that's locked out. But there's of course nothing I can do about it. There's my first red. I'll have to look at the options and see what's actually the best, but... you know. We in there. Alright, so... more clovers. Pays out pretty much really well. Alien Head's probably the thing to take. But then again, I have max crit by now, so Alien Head's really not the thing to take. Oh, there are so many options, though. Are there? No, I'm just going to take the Wicked Ring. Every crit lowers my skill cooldowns by 1. So that should be every hit lowers my skill cooldowns all by 1. Whorls. Alright, I can deal with this. I can certainly deal with this. Hopefully. Whirls can be scary. I might not have enough crit chance just yet. All I have to see, of course, is one crit that doesn't... or one attack that doesn't crit. Alright. That one might not have critted. Yeah, we're not quite there yet. I don't need more money. Let's take a little bit of resistance. Still not quite there yet. I think it is 14. This is just the place I usually want my teleporter to be, so I'm checking here. The not crits are getting uncommon, which is the goal. Alright, I can't even crit you if you're too fast for me to hit you. There was a not crit. So of course if I get crowds and crowds of these things, this gets a little hectic. But one-on-one I can take him. No problem. Alright, so for the most part, dudes will be spawning up there. Oops, that's not the direction to shoot. And this is exactly what I was talking about. If I let them really get going, I probably can't handle them very well. But if I kill them all, then it's not so bad. Oh, there's a small enigma there. Would you look at that? We're almost in there. Now we're in there. And I think that's 100%. If it's not hard to get another one. What do I want here? Third jump? Nope. Two can play at this game. There you go. They've gotten to the point where they're not spawning as much, because I killed them all in the initial wave. Alright. Oh, more monster teeth. Keep my healing real good. Some more of that. Keep my healing real good. And we're getting to the point of near unkillable. Which is pretty much what I needed. Alright. So far I haven't seen a not crit. Oh, they're all the way up there, really? I have to go all the way around? Because I certainly can't go up there without going all the way around. I don't have enough jump. How inconvenient. The brain. Thank goodness for the brain. Alright. Awesome. I should get a rusty jetpack at some point, and that'll affect my jumps pretty drastically, actually. It's very good. Yeah, that attack has become really strong now, with the crits and high damage thanks to the crowbars I have. Yeah, it's a very good skill. Gotta love it. Let's go. We should fall faster, or climb faster downward than we fall. So that's what I do. Magma barracks, and we only have ascended Lemurians. Oh, that's gonna be good. I don't think they get elites either, unless they're also just invisible elites. Alright, so the cool thing would be if we just had an infinite activation of that skill, but we don't. They're not spawning quite frequently enough for us to just get Enigma, to get Epidemic out and have it stay out for the entire time. But we're getting there. There's our teleporter. Things drop a lot of spite balls, so if you think that I'm unkillable, I'm getting there, but I'm actually not quite there. Oh my god, we got an item chest. That's funny. So this is the kind of thing that is why I can die. But having all these jumps helps a lot. So this is exactly the thing that's worth fearing, because the more enemies you get, and even if you're really efficient at killing them, suddenly the screen and your life becomes spite. Which is not what you want. But I love that it's just staying at a smooth 60 through this. I'm going to give some of the credit to the new computer, but a lot of it's the patch. Just the patch makes it so that the game is hard to not keep it a smooth 60. But it's really pretty, since it's not dropping a single frame. I love it. Alright. It's sad that the Epidemic eventually dies. Oh boy. Epidemic is dead. For the minute. Don't know what use item I got there. But that's okay, because it doesn't really matter. Trying to pay attention to my health while also destroying noobs. This is so silly. You remain. Awesome. Alright, so what do I want? Geez, I don't really need, like, any of this. Let's just take some health regeneration for now. Rusty jetpack, just to get that in there. What about now? I don't know what to want. There we go, pixel perfect. That's the one I meant. So with 2 rusty jetpacks, those second jumps are like absurd, which is cool. Alright, that was good. Alright, let's see what we get here. Oh god. Temple Guardians. That's terrifying. That is actually pretty terrifying. Since they have a ton of health and all that stuff, they should drop quite an amount of spike balls. Alright. I just fly away from my problems. Last time I did this, of course, was before these items were added. The double the extra jumps, at least. Really the only items that matter here. I've only taken one of the new items, actually, so that's the only one that matters. Alright, it would be kind of funny if the teleporter's up top, but it shouldn't be. That's really unlikely. But let's take a ukulele. Chance that my attacks shock enemies, and then that shock spreads to nearby enemies, of course. Alright, goodbye, skill. You'll be missed. Hey, there it is. Go. This isn't at all scary. But it'll probably be pretty easy. I've set myself up for success. They do have quite a lot of health, though, to be fair. Sadly, Kin, the thing that makes it so there's only one enemy on each level, will never select a boss. So even if I loop forever, I won't get, like, Magma Worm and then just have to fight an entire level of overloading Magma Worms because there are just so many points available. That's a bit of a sad thing, because I'd love to do that sometime, just get to the point where I'm just fighting constant overloading Magma Worms. But unless it's been changed, that's just not a thing. Of course, this build would get murdered by that. It would be brutal. If I tried, like, the barbed wire thing, though, that would be really... It would sound horrible, because there'd just be constant, like, that sound that we all know, that grinding sound from stuff getting hit by a lot of things a lot of times. And it would probably be fantastic, and I hope it would lag just by, like, the game existing. But that would take a lot of points, I hope. Well, I don't hope. I want it to not take that many, but I just want it to be a thing. Get more electricity. Alright. I only got one red item so far. That was everyone. Alright. Let's go one or two more just because. Oh boy. These guys are moderately expensive, but at this point in the game, they should be pretty doable for the game. Should be able to spawn a bunch of them. Only the initial hit gets crits and stuff. They also can, like, destroy me if they attack me. This could be fun. And again, oh yeah, they're starting to hit me a little bit. There are enough of them. And they're getting fast. Oh, that's my skill that got locked off. Oh god, run away. Alright. Staying at a solid 60. Dude, this is awesome. Only one small enigma in there. That's fine. Dude, this is so insane. And I'm just... my mind is blown by the frame rate solidity on the new computer. I don't think the old one would have been able to do this at a solid 60 non-stop. But I'm proud. Ah, that was close. Alright. I love that I can pretty much just constantly use the skill because of all the crits that it lands. That was the goal. This is what I signed up for. $17, yeah. We got to spawn a lot of them. Alright, you dudes. Nope, don't have that skill. I don't even know what to take. I don't want things that play the game for me. That's the problem. I want to play this game myself. Though, to be honest, I'm pretty much to the point of the game playing itself anyway. Alright, that should max that out. That can get me past that. I don't know how many times that stacks with itself. That's the problem. Sure, let's get really fast now. Let's just take it all. That's quite a noise. It's very loud. How many do I even have? 14 goat hooves now? That's amazing. As I just fly across the level. I got really far out of that. Children. That's, I would normally be moderately afraid of this. Alright. Show me the childening. More clovers. I just kind of fly away from problems. Like, oh, that could go badly. I'll be on my way over here. These dudes should be really cheap though. For the director, we should be able to get a ton of them on screen. I should probably wait to kill any of them at all for the entire event, if possible. That would be really funny. Alright. Why are they just dying? I'm not even attacking them. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna try and let them all spawn for the next 60 seconds. And then I'm just gonna shoot one enormous epidemic in there and see it take out all these children. mercilessly. It's getting pretty insane. It's quite a noise they make just by existing. Yeah, they're cheap for the director. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they're starting to like hit me. That hurts. Still 60, it says. God, so many missiles. It's a noise. This is gonna be special. How many are there gonna be? 112? Alright. See how it goes. Oh my god. 53. The lowest it got was 53. I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't. I'm just gonna piggy bank my life away now. Just gonna get every single thing as a piggy bank. It's certainly a computer. No. All right. There we go. All right, what else do I need? Darn. I didn't really... Actually, wait, I'm fine with sticky... Wait, that's 14 sticky bombs. I just got 14 sticky bombs. Dude. Oh my god, I got 14 sticky bombs. I don't know how to feel about that. Hey, here's Handy if you need to know how to unlock him. He's here. Oh, I wasn't paying attention for the golden canisters. That's so many sticky bombs. Okay, these dudes hurt. I am like truly soaring my way away. Alright. My freaking useful skill is still gone. Sorry. Just want to show you that there's still this thing, of course, and there's still a teleporter hanging out up top that you can stand on for whatever strange reason. Can't activate it or anything, but it's there. Hey guys. That's the thing you can do, activate the timer from both sides of the door. It'll deactivate the second one once the first one finishes, I believe. Wow, that doesn't do very much damage to these guys. Yeah, see, it deactivates both of them. That's to be expected. Sadly, we got a pretty lame enemy for the last level. So I'm honestly just gonna head out. Storage completely empty. Oh, what do I want? Gauss cannon, I guess. Sure, I'll take energy cell. Yeah, those are still there, though, because they're not regular chests. So they can't be prevented, I guess. That's a thing. Alright. Can't stop me. You can try. You can dream. Can I just climb like all the way up here? Mostly. This is probably a bad idea. Then again, what's life without bad ideas? By the way, it's just a little bit inconvenient to be consistently taking piggy banks, or I would. But, yeah. Made a little difficult by the fact that these things could kill me. Yeah, you're kinda not having a good time if you're not me. Huh, not spawning that many of them. It's kinda sad. Accidental golden gun I took is maxed. Oh, that's a small enigma. Go look at that. Yeah, buddy. I can still grind away at your health. This is incredible. I feared you, loser. Alright, that's a bad idea. Should probably not. Mess with him too bad. Alright, he died. Alright, do all my work. Like I said, do all my work. It still had the laser. That's pretty funny. Alright. Now I've just got the Umbra of Providence, so never mind. We don't have that anymore. Drones. Drones don't get to do extra damage, sadly. Alright, I'll just run past that, no biggie. Oh, good, I regain... Or, no, I don't know what this is. It's okay, though, because Providence is dead. Better use this. Gauss cannon. And that's that. So that's all artifacts. Magically, we pulled that off first try. I didn't even have to reset or anything. Okay. Right, can I... Nope, that's still broken. Alright, so we'll skip through the credits as fast as we can. Alright, come on. Come on. Boom. There we go. So that's kind of that. I'll, of course, play some runs with less artifacts. But got this out of the way again. So I hope you enjoyed that episode. The new computer handles this flawlessly too, which is insane. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.